Okay, Dave, thanks for joining us. Before we look ahead to your next game against Burton, can we talk a little bit about what happened late yesterday where the rescue package has come through? I think it's £250 million in total, but £375,000 coming your way. It's a relief, I think, it's happened for the lower leagues.
Yeah, I'm not sure the ins and outs, and I haven't read anything, so I don't. The devil's always in the detail, and I haven't spoken to anyone at the football club about it yet. So I'm not really versed in what it means and how much we get and all the rest of it. But I have seen that figure, and if that's what we receive, and there's sort of, when I say no strings attached to it, or whatever like I said, the devil's in the detail. So it seems positive. You hope that football clubs won't go out of business, which is the main thing, and it gives everyone a fighting chance. That's so it seems positive on the outset, but I don't want to sort of go wax lyrical about it without actually reading about it first.
The one good thing I think I've seen is that they're saying it guarantees the future of the Football League clubs. It's not to be spent like some football clubs have not done the financial books very good. It's not to be spent willy-nilly. It's got to be properly used.
Yeah, well, I saw that you can't spend more than, I think, 20 grand on a player in League One and 10 grand in League Two. So, that should allow us to get 4 players in. So we'll be all right.
Let's look at the business, what matters mainly then. Of course, it's a chance to follow up a win, that you got in midweek, which in the end was a very comfortable win, and some good performances have come back. Yeah,
well, the disappointing thing is we found ourselves 2 down. I said to you after the game, Swindon didn't deserve to be 2 up. We gifted them 2 goals. Now that's unlike us. Happened at Portsmouth, where we were, we didn't defend properly, and we've got to make sure we get back to being hard to beat. Don't get me wrong, you've got to temper that with scoring goals, and we've got to find that balance. So I think we're still striving for the perfect balance, but I don't think second half anyone could begrudge us. The victory. I have to say, first half in possession we were okay. Out of possession, we were a bit passive. So, there's always areas to improve and things. There's a couple of things that we said to them at half time about how we increase the tempo, and that passiveness has got to go away. And thankfully, it worked.
Well, that was a good character shown that the players did come back from 2-0 down. You've been just talking a little bit about that this season, because the interesting stat that emerged last night was that you picked up at least 1 point from 18 games from coming from behind. And I think there's a total of 40 points you've won back there. That is a sign of good character. You've done it this week, and it also brings successful teams, doesn't it?
You need it. As simple as that. It's got to be part of your armoury. 1 goal can't finish you off. I can remember it was 3.5 years ago. We conceded first. It was all mentally destroying. That's not the case now. It's just not the case. We've lost too many games 1-0, but that's more to do with the fact that we haven't took his chances. It's got nothing to do with the fact that we can't get back in the game, or we're accepting defeat. So yeah, you need that. You do need to be able to come from behind, and we have done that. And we've got to, if that happens again at any point going forward, we've got to make sure that that's possible. We've got to have that in our armoury.
We've talked many times in interviews, Dave, of how you go about your recruitment and what you look into the players' sort of background and character. And fingers crossed, it's gone the right way for you in the last few seasons. We've talked a bit about Chris Porter coming back this particular time and how he's done for the club. I just want to talk about one player who's probably not done what you would have wanted him to do, but is showing exactly what he can do in Lancashire. It's been a real frustrating time for him. His form has been down in the doldrums as well at times, but he's really showing at the moment what he can be for the squad.
Exactly. He's a good pro. He trains hard. And when he's been called upon, invariably, he's done well. He's had probably one too many injuries for his own liking. But then when he's come in, he's been reliable and he's done his job, and that's what you want. You know, we say it often, it's not the lads, the 11 lads that play on the Saturday. It's the ones behind them that are pushing them always. It's not obviously the same 11. You know, there's been plenty of changes this year. So, you know, and he's one of them that's been in the team, been out the team. If you keep working hard, you'll get your chance. And over the last few weeks, he's been playing very well. So he deserves a bit of recognition for that.
You just decided to bring back a couple of your younger players, Billy Sass-Davis and Joe Robbins. Is that to supplement your squad? You feel as though you need them at this time now to be around in the numbers? Yeah,
we couldn't bring them back before yesterday. That's the reason. You know, for the first 28 days, we can't bring them back. Because obviously when they went, you know, Callum wasn't injured. I don't think Josh Lunsford might have been just got injured. I'm not sure about Donovan. But we certainly didn't have the injuries we've got now. So as soon as 28 days are up, they've both done ever so well. You know, they've both done ever so well. You know, they've got a team that's a part-time team in the National League who are currently fourth league. I'm not saying it's just down to them two. It's not. But they've played a large part in a smallish window in a month, where they've both played 4 or 5 games each and done ever so well. So, you know, as soon as we can call both of them back, we have done, because we need them, and we will need them going forward.
Let's look at the next opponents then, Burton. There's a lot of respect between the two clubs because they've both had a similar line. They've been in the Championship. They've done very well. 2 terrific long-serving chairmen in John Bowler and Ben Robinson running the ship. But it's a big chance for you to go there and try and build on what happened in the week.
Yeah, it's never an easy place to go, because it's a stable club that allows the football to sort of do the talking, if you like. I played with Bucko at Mansfield. He's a great fella. I've heard Ben Robinson speak on courses that I've been on, and I've got a lot of admiration for him. The way he spoke on the day I heard him was fabulous, I have to say. And it's a very well-run football club. There's no getting around that. And it gives itself the best chance of being successful. So we know it's going to be a tough game. They've had a couple of good results recently, Charlton and Sunderland, which are not easy places or easy teams to play against. So we know it's going to be a tough afternoon for us. But we also know that if we play anything like we can do, we feel as though we can beat anyone in this league. So, as always, tough afternoon, but one that we're looking forward to.